Today, I want to talk about a pretty difficult topic to do with gaming, and honestly, I might be taking a huge risk voicing my opinions in this video, but I will take whatever judgment I will be given, because I want to talk about skill-based matchmaking. And also, will skill-based matchmaking be removed from Call of Duty Cold War and even Warzone? Because if you do not know, skill-based matchmaking is affecting a lot of people's games, and I mean a lot. Now, personally, from my experience recently, I have not really stumbled upon skill-based matchmaking as I do in, for example, like a battle royale game, like let's say Fortnite, you know, and that skill-based matchmaking is absolutely ridiculous, and that game just became really bad since they introduced it. And also even game modes like Warzone, where for some odd reason skill-based matchmaking for me there sucks. And that's probably the main reason why I just don't enjoy Warzone anymore. If you do not know what skill-based matchmaking is, it's basically kind of in the name, but it also means that you get put into lobbies with people that should be of your skill, but most of the time you get put into lobbies that are people better than you, that are sweatier, that are people that don't really go outside very much, and they spend a lot of time playing the game trying to be the best at it, but also affecting other people's games because the amount of time that they spend it. Now, skill-based matchmaking sucks because there's always people that spend ridiculous times and hours on games, which I do myself on, for example, zombies, which I am nearing to the end of actually getting dark ether for every single weapon, which I will then start going for DM Ultra in multiplayer. I recently started kind of playing more multiplayer where I did notice a bit of skill-based matchmaking, which made me think about this topic, and maybe I could talk about it and see what people think. But also, what was I talking about? Okay, you know, not having a script for videos can actually be bad sometimes. Anyway, whatever I was on about, let's go back to skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking is poo-poo. I think I already said this, but basically, all jokes aside, me messing around just there, I really don't actually remember what I was on about, but let's put that aside. Skill-based matchmaking in Cold War seems to be very different from I've heard about, let's say, Warzone or Modern Warfare or any other Call of Duty, which in my opinion, skill-based matchmaking could date back in Call of Duty all the way to like Ghost or even Advanced Warfare. I actually don't remember, but it was around that time where skill-based matchmaking really just started skyrocketing, and I never really fully paid attention to it. But thinking back now, especially in like World War II Call of Duty, oh my god, there was a lot of lobbies where it was poo poo pee pee, unless you play hardcore, because honestly, if you play hardcore, in that game mode, you can be good, you can be bad. The people that are really good could be bad. But in Cold War, there has been multiple tests, a lot of information, a lot of people testing stuff here and there about how skill-based matchmaking works, and even some people going to the point where they dedicate a whole ass YouTube channel to trying to contact Treyarch somehow, saying boo-hoo, please turn off skill-based matchmaking, and also I will not buy your season pass or battle pass, whatever you want to call it, unless you remove the freaking skill-based matchmaking, which is ridiculous because they won't do that. That's not how it works. They don't care, you know. You still bought their game unless you have Warzone, but they don't really listen to people, and that's the issue. The bigger issue is the fact that in Cold War, for some odd reason, if you're in a higher skill lobby, there is a possibility you will have worser internet, more specifically ping. If you do not know what ping is, it's basically your connection to the server in a way, but also if you have higher ping, obviously if it's like in the hundreds or even 500, 600s, it's very bad. That's most likely you lagging around the place, teleporting and not really having a good time. But also you could have ping around in the 20s, 30s, 50s, 60s, where it's kind of, obviously as it goes higher, you do start noticing a little bit of lag here and there, but it's still not zero ping. If you have zero ping, that means that you are literally nearly better than everyone, because every shot that you land is the way the server should work. If you have higher ping, the shots that you land do not basically hit most of the time. So if you notice you shooting someone directly and they're not hitting, and then you're like, what the frick just happened? That's most likely because of the freaking high ping. And what people have noticed from tests and going into really high lobbies with really high skill-based matchmaking being implemented into it, they notice that the ping for some odd reason is really high, which is crazy to think about, that's in Cold War, a game that like they're really punishing you for being good. And a lot of people don't care about this. I myself don't care about skill-based matchmaking as much as the other person. And more than likely, the people that really hate skill-based matchmaking are the people that want to go in and pop off and they want to like destroy everyone themselves, but they get put into lobbies with the exact same skill that they are and they literally can't do anything. But then there's a smaller demographic that like are me, that get put into lobbies where they just want to vibe. They want to just, you know, unlock some camels. They don't want to sweat. They don't want to go for freaking bloodthirsties, mercilesses, whatever you want to call it. They just just want to vibe, you know? But then we get put into lobbies where you can't even move a centimeter from your spawn because there's a little Jimmy Jack, whatever you want to call him, sitting in a corner on top of a freaking tower pooping himself while he's trying to kill you. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but let's just go with that, you know? I just want to talk about, will they remove it? Will they remove skill-based matchmaking? There's so many people complaining about skill-based matchmaking, and I know it's with every single Call of Duty. I skipped a year of Call of Duty, which was Modern Warfare. I did play Warzone, but then again, Modern Warfare was the Call of Duty of that year. You know, the campaign, you got the multiplayer, you got the poo-poo survival game mode that I don't remember, but I know is exclusive to PlayStation. We don't talk about that, but I know it was already being complained around there. If anything, I've heard stories of Modern Warfare lobbies being horrendous. It was just a camp fest. You couldn't literally walk out on a street in a game because for some odd reason, Jimmy Jack, whatever you want to call him, Tom was sitting in that corner with a claymore and shooting you across the map from a freaking tower again, you know, just stuff like that. And it's ridiculous that that was considered good skill. And then from what I'm noticing in Cold War, good skill is actually actual skill, you know, they're being strategic, they're using things they're learned off of, you know, other really good players that do videos or even competitive players that play the games, and we can't really do anything about that. That's going to be something that people will be learning. There is a huge rise in players in Call of Duty, especially because of Warzone. Activision was genius for making Warzone free because people that play Warzone, they're like, damn, I actually really enjoy this. I'm gonna go buy Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War or something like that, or even Modern Warfare. And then they're the players that come from Warzone where they're really, you know, tactical, they gotta be careful about everything. And then they take that into multiplayer, where multiplayer should be kind of fast paced, you know, just hopping in, hopping out, you know, maybe you want to go for your points like domination, going for those flags, or search and destroy, you know, defusing that bomb or whatever, where you do actually have to be tactical on second thought. But in Team Deathmatch, you know, they try to affect the way skill-based matchmaking works by changing their spawn points and stuff like that. But we're Activision or Treyarch, even Infinity Ward. Listen, will they be like, you know what, let's dial it down? I don't think they're ever going to get rid of skill-based matchmaking. I don't think that's gonna happen because it's just the way it is. It's just this new thing that every game has, and we can't stop it, but we can complain about it like I am on the internet right now. This is going to do nothing apart from maybe motivate some other people to go and complain to Treyarch and Activision and not buy their battle passes. But yeah, I don't know. I think Cold War should not have skill-based matchmaking as it does. It feels a bit broken, you know, people not getting put into the actual correct lobbies at times. That's another issue with skill-based matchmaking. You can literally be the worst of the worst and you get put into ridiculously sweaty lobbies to the point where, as I said, you can't move because you're just getting spawn trapped by a freaking mothership up in the sky, just destroying you every second. So that's why I play a lot of hardcore, and especially like Nuketown, because it's a really small and fast-paced map where obviously you could actually get spawn trapped a lot, and there are really good players and you can't really do anything about them. There will always be good players. I'm not a good player. I do have like a KD of 1 point something, which is pretty good for me. I always have it like down in the 0.7, I think. So maybe that's why I'm noticing a slight bit more people that are good. I don't know. But do you think they're going to remove skill-based matchmaking? It's ridiculous that it's even in the game in the first place. It shouldn't be, but it's always gonna be. But I think it should be dialed down. Maybe even remove it. You know what? Just get rid of it. Have randomized lobbies. You know, you can get put into really sweaty lobbies, which happens because there are people that play together. You know, they get put into lobbies together. As in, what I mean is they join together, they're friends, and they're ridiculously really good at the game, and then they go into lobbies and they destroy kids and they have fun, but then the people that work in a destroy don't have fun, and most likely they leave the lobby, but then when they join back they get put into the same lobby because skill-based matchmaking and poo-poo pee-pee servers. Honestly, I don't know what the point of this video was. Was it just me yelling at the microphone to myself, complaining about skill-based matchmaking, even getting lost a few times? This is a messy video, and honestly the point of it was just to kind of talk about it and see what you think about it, because I will be playing a lot of multiplayer and I will be definitely noticing it a lot, especially if I, let's say, do good in games, because I'm pretty good at the game. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. I'm pretty shit at Call of Duties. Yeah. That's why I stick to zombies, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new here somehow. Like the video if you did enjoy it. Dislike it if you didn't. You know, there is 2 options. And also, there is a link down in the description for a Discord server, which is basically the Philly Z Club, which is a cringe-ass name, but we do not talk about that. That Discord is essentially a place where you can go, and it's mostly zombies, let's be honest, because I am a zombies YouTuber, but you can find people to play like zombies, Warzone, multiplayer, even other games. So, you know, if you want, join it. 200 members, which is insane. So there's 200 plus people that could join you and play together. Yeah, goodbye.